One man says he and his family were cleared of the virus months ago, but it's still affecting their daily lives.
He says they're still feeling lingering effects to the point where it's even uncomfortable to walk.
Isaiah Kim Martinez spoke to one doctor who says this is a pattern they have seen before. Isaiah.
Josh, Abby, back in 2003, the world experienced a very similar coronavirus called SARS-CoV. It only affected about 8,000 people. Obviously, it's a lot more widespread right now, but one expert says there are some similarities here, and that's young, healthy people experiencing and dealing with lingering symptoms several weeks down the line. I spoke to a Dalton father today who's experienced this firsthand. Dalton's Drew Garrett describes his oldest daughter, Laura Beth, as athletic.
Swims and plays judo.
But ever since a COVID-19 diagnosis around 3 months ago, she tells him it hasn't felt the same.
She said it's just really, really uncomfortable. It hurts to walk, especially with any closed-toed shoes on.
Garrett's daughter and girlfriend are both suffering from what many doctors call COVID toes, an unusual rash that some say is correlated with the virus. Lasting a couple weeks, most would call it a mild symptom, maybe inconvenient. But when it lasts for months, it can change the way you do life.
What we're talking about is a overactive immune system, an overactive immune response.
We spoke to Georgia State health expert Colin Smith Tuesday, asking how someone like Laura Beth, healthy with no underlying conditions, can experience symptoms for so long.
SARS-CoV-1, the one that broke out in 2003, there were also, as it turned out, long-term problems with that.
Smith sees familiar trends with the last time the world saw coronavirus similar to COVID-19. Smith says just like in the early 2000s, anywhere from 10 to 20% of patients are having lingering long-term symptoms, and doctors still don't have concrete answers for this.
As far as I can tell, there's no rhyme or reason to it. There probably is a rhyme or reason. They just don't know what it is yet.
People like Garrett tell me they see this as proof not to take the virus lightly. And I asked Dr. Colin Smith about COVID toes. He told me he hasn't heard much about it, but that it does theoretically make sense for any disease that affects the heart to also affect how oxygen is moved throughout other parts of the body, including the legs and the feet. Reporting live tonight in Chattanooga, I'm Isaiah Kim Martinez, News Channel 9.